Oh my goodness. It's 9 p.m. and none of my co-hosts are with me. And I'm all by myself. Doing the dumpster fire. And you know what? I don't give a shit. Because I can do it all on my own. I don't need other people. I don't need a man. I don't need Urinating Tree and Brandon Perna to show up on fucking time. No. I just need to run my mouth. That's what I do. What's up, everybody? All of you beautiful people who are here. I think that's one of them. Oh, there's Tree.
Sorry, I got too busy editing video. And I was, oh shit, it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah. It happens all the time. Perna's supposed to show up, but I really doubt it.
Brandon Perna?
Yeah. I'm really not optimistic. It was like asking him to go play golf.
We'll see, man.
Right.
Too busy crying about the Broncos, probably. I don't blame him.
Yeah, I mean, he works all day, and then he wants to spend time with his wife. What kind of bullshit is that?
Stupid spend time. Spend time.
Yeah.
What's wrong with spending time?
Yeah, whatever.
God, what's that? I'd work on the video. The key, man.
Nah, he's probably glued. He's probably glued to the TV watching election results. What he's doing. Mm-hmm.
Well, that too. I mean.
Oh, all right. Bald and ugly.
Apparently, people are getting like these stickers that say I voted. Like it's supposed to be like.
I want to know if you vote and you don't tell anyone about it. Did you actually vote? Does that
I don't know. I mean, I really don't care. I mean, I voted, but does that help me do anything? Fuck.
Right. It's kind of like running a marathon and not telling anyone. Like if you vote, you got to tell somebody, right? I don't know. I think voting.
I guess. I mean, like you got to post it on social media. Be like, I voted.
I did my civic duty. I did the least of my civic duty by going to a poll and filling out a little piece of paper and putting it in a machine. Like, and then 364 days out of the rest of the year, you fucking litter and you're a shitbag. You know, that's that's how that goes. Anyways, but I'm a good citizen. I voted. I went and pulled that lever. Shit, yeah, man. Hell yeah. All right, we got a lot to talk about. Number one. All right, it's halfway through the season, and the Saints were able to beat Goff. They were beating Goff really hard, and then they blew a lead.
They almost blew it.
Yeah.
Found a way to work it.
I guess the question is, halfway through, is there a new king on top of the power rankings? And is it the New Orleans Saints? I don't know.
I don't know if I really would say that. I mean, both played a good game. I wouldn't call it like a transition of power or anything. Feel like they'll be beating each other again, though. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I think home field advantage is going to be huge, depending on where it is, because I think the Rams get the Saints outside of their building, and it's going to be a much different story. I think it's not as easy for the Saints to score outdoors in a cavernous LA Coliseum. But, yeah.
Better than the cold, though. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, that's true. The Saints, they have trouble in the cold, but, you know, they had a perfect situation in Minnesota where they were in an indoor stadium and they couldn't get it done because their free safety decided to sell out on a wide receiver for no reason.
He decided to try to be the hero too early, or he just like tried to avoid pass interference.
Yeah, he tried to Ty Montgomery that shit is what he tried to do. He just said, hey, you know what, I'm smarter than what my coaches say, you know. But at the same time, he was trying to prevent them from getting in field goal range. So that's it. Did somebody just jump in? No, that didn't happen. Oh, there he is. No. There's Brandon.
Hey.
Brandon.
Hello.
I can hear you guys.
Excellent. Yeah. Can.
All right, I didn't.
We were just talking about you. We are like, gosh, Brandon sucks the best dick. It's so good. It's fucking amazing.
Well, if you're gonna be the best at something, might as well be a skill that can get you things.
Joseph, that was my guess.
You're actually perfect because I got a couple Snapchats here that I want to read, and this was an excellent segue into what I wanted to talk about next when we, I think we're done talking about Saints Rams. Lewa 503. First, permit me as a bitter St. Louisian, did I say that right? To say this: eat shit, Cronky. Yeah. Now for my main question. Given that a lot of head coaches have been fired recently, who do you guys think is next?
In terms of NFL or just in general?
I think he's talking in the NFL is what he's asking.
Well, I mean, I'm going to say Todd Bowles. The Jets are kind of imploding.
There's so many guys to choose from. It's amazing.
Like, I mean, like Joseph, I don't think they're going to do anything about him until the end of the year.
They're calling for his head.
Shermer, I think, has a chance of getting fired too.
No, that's not the Giants thing. You get 2 years in New York because John Mara is not the kind to admit that he made a mistake. So
I don't know, man. I feel like the Giants fans are going to want blood.
Yeah, but, fucking McAdoo was there for 3 years. People forget that. Ben McAdoo was the head coach for 3 years.
I thought he was year and a half, too, or less. I'm thinking.
Well, he was the offensive coordinator. No, he was the offensive coordinator. I'm sorry. Then he was head coach, and they made the playoffs at 11-5.
Yep, and then they had the boat party, and then they just imploded.
Yeah, but his offense was what turned Eli Manning into this check down master, and it's kind of stayed that way. So, Perna, who do you think is going to get fired next, or who do you praise getting fired next?
Oh, I don't pray for anybody to get fired, mostly because I just don't pray. But if I were to, I mean, I don't know if anybody's going to do it mid-season. I think Elway kind of reiterated this week that Vance is safe for now, so I don't think it's Vance Joseph. I think the guy who's been around the longest and who's done the least, I kind of agree, is Todd Bowles. So maybe he has the best chance, but the Browns can't fire any more people yet. Maybe
they could fire Greg Williams.
They fire Greg Williams too. That would be cool. Now that would be something interesting to watch.
Like if Jim Haslam walks in and he's got another bounty gate like on a whiteboard just laid out, and he's like, "Oh shit," and like everyone's filming it with their fucking smartphones, and Greg Williams so clueless that he has no idea. And then,
oh shit! God damn it, Greg! Now I've got no choice.
Right, I gotta fire you.
This was live stream.
Let's throw $20 million at Bill Cowher.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't know. I think if anyone was to get fired by now, it would happen. But I really do think that in probably 2-3 weeks, if these coaches like a Vance Joseph, I think if the Cowboys are not in playoff contention, like if they're not even close to 8-8, Jason Garrett gets the axe finally. I think they finally.
Jones, he's unpredictable enough to do it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like he could just finally just be like, all right, that's the year, boys. We're gonna fire Jason. Fuck. Like, he finally gives up on his boy.
Car, or you have yourself?
What? Oh, I have my car still.
Okay. Okay, there. That's right. Cut that background noise off. All right, William Weiss. This is a little ahead of ourselves here, but I do like this comment. Fuck Coach Q. He was a waste the last 3 years. He wasted a ton of the Blackhawks draft picks by not using them. They also need to fire Stan Bauman. Okay. I don't know how you tell me that. I can understand your anger, but you can't tell me that Coach Quenneville just forgot to coach. The guy.
I think it was one of those situations where it just was inevitable. Both were technically at each other's throats for a while.
Mm-hmm.
If you look into it, like Quenneville, like they fired his top assistant. They brought in they took away like a lot of his toys.
Mm-hmm.
Like they brought in like the old guard, and he hated it. And Bowman, I feel like just wanted an excuse to fire him. And it's just like this losing streak. Like, okay, you're done. See ya.
Yeah.
Who
They'll
was
go find a job pretty easily though. So
he was the Avalanche coach for a while, right?
yeah,
Stan Bowman.
Avalanche for a little bit, and the Blues.
Yeah. There you go, Brandon, with a little hockey knowledge. Amazing.
Of my hockey talk tonight.
Thank you. Look, you are versatile. You have more than football. I'm impressed, Brandon.
And the Avalanche were playing well until the last 3 games in a row. So I could have come in with some of that, but
Yeah.
I won't.
Yeah. You got rid of Matt Duchene. Oh, speaking of that, all right, we're gonna fucking talk a little hockey. All right, Brandon, I'll clue you in on this. So this Ottawa Senators were leaving a game in Arizona, and the Uber driver filmed them talking shit about their team. Did you see
About
that?
the coach, right?
Yeah, yeah. And
See it, but I heard about it today.
right. I didn't watch it, but I know that, you know, they were being critical of their coach. Dude, if you're an athlete, you hang around other athletes, like when you talk, if things are going well, you talk about how they're going well. If things are going bad, you talk shit about how things are going bad. And I don't know. I don't think that the players should face a lick of heat for their comments. Like,
Yeah, the Senators are a fucking mess anyway. So
right. I was
The way
just
I
more
see it.
surprised at how matter of fact they were about it. Like, oh, fuck, we know we suck. Shit. Like, let's just embrace
the
it.
way I'm sorry. The only thing I'm thinking of, like, I don't know if that Uber driver is violating a state law by recording them without their knowledge, because I know that's illegal in Pennsylvania. I don't know how the law is in Arizona.
It depends on if it's 2-party or 1-party and whether that law applies. But it's, I don't know. It could be that you're in that man's vehicle and that's considered private, you know, and then it's 1 party.
But that's considered a taxi service, though. That was an Uber, so technically that's a public vehicle.
Right. So then now the law gets dicey, really dicey on that.
I would say at the very least his Uber rating is going to drop significantly.
Yeah. Yeah. He's going to get a bad Yelp review for sure.
He's gonna be, if he was 5-star, he's now a 3.
Right.
Easily.
Yeah. He's not. Yeah. He's been downgraded now. Definitely not.
Probably, if he's even driving, he might get fired for it.
I don't know. Can you get fired from Uber? Like, can he just log in and create a new account?
You get fired from Uber. I've seen people get fired from Uber for stupid shit.
Yeah. That guy should definitely be fired.
Talk about
a trust issue, man.
Talk about your rough day, right? Like, you are driving Uber as a source of income, and then you get fired from a job that does not have to hire you. Like,
yeah, what?
It's like getting
one of the hardest jobs to get fired.
Right. It's like getting kicked out of community college. Like, what? No, you just. I almost got kicked out of community college, by the way. All right, don't feed Phil. Oh shit, it's a cardinal. That's a reference to my video that just came out today, which I referenced both of you assholes in. So I used your beating golf joke, Brandon.
Thank you.
I hashtagged it.
I'll put that shit in the tab. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Community shit that.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Was it your Jersey one?
Yes, it just came out earlier, so it's the new shit.
Yeah, I had watched a bunch of fashion videos, and I just didn't have the time to watch one more fashion, forward video, so that's why I didn't get to it yet.
Yeah. Well, being that Bombfell is going to be hooking us up here in a little bit, you got to be ready for the fashion. Steel Punch. New England, Kansas City, Pittsburgh, Houston, San Diego, Cincinnati for AFC playoffs in that order. Ooh. Where is... Okay. I like New England and KC. They're there. Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. San Diego, Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, though. I don't know, man. I don't see Cincy.
I see Tennessee in
Tennessee, there. I could see maybe Jacksonville, if they get their shit together. I think Cincy might just miss. Just miss. By like a game.
Yeah. I don't know. Cincy, though, it's like theirs to blow, though, because they got to really mess up.
I got to say, I love how he said San Diego instead of Los Angeles.
Yes. Yes. Very nice. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's the part in my video I referenced to you, Tree, was I was going to say fuck you Spanos, but I didn't for preservation of the moratorium on fuck you Spanos. So
it's
dead.
too easy to goddamn say. That's
Uh-huh.
the thing.
Right. It's just like, fuck you, Spanos. You know, you can't.
He already knows he's getting fucked like 6 ways already. So
yeah, I think his dad dying kind of took the edge off, right? No,
it's kind
fuck
of
him.
like waning off it over the past couple months anyway. So
yeah. Well, just because he didn't have the people pay for his stadium in LA. I guess that kind of gets him out of the Spanos doghouse. Like if he kept doing,
well, he's kind of he's just being a bitch and just bending over to Stan Kroenke. That's the thing.
Yeah. William Weiss. Let's read this last one, and then we'll get to more coach or more shit on my agenda. Sorry. I do want to talk about specifically Jason Garrett. William Weiss. Stan Bowman can't make a trade to save. Look at what he got for Sharp, Saad, Letty, and the Breadman. The Blackhawks got nothing for them when he traded. Yes, he did give away Panarin, but he also stole Panarin.
Because he was so desperate to try and get Taves going again and bring back the old guard, and it hasn't worked. A lot of those, too, are because, like, the Blackhawks are deep in cap hell. If you're going to rip Stan Bowman, you should rip him for certain contracts he gave to, like, Duncan Keith, Brent Seabrook, Taves, Kane even.
Well, he thought...
Hossa.
Right.
Those are the ones you got to rip him for.
Yeah, he thought that he could keep that core together. And
unfortunately, you can't because guess what? They're old.
You know, they were like a couple overtimes from winning like 5 Stanley Cups. You know that?
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to be like super bitter over the situation, but there's always a time you got to pay the piper. And it's coming for the Pens, too.
And speaking of paying the piper, nice segue. I want to talk about Jason Garrett. So... He was talked about a lot on Sports Talk Radio today. Like, just a lot of people are speculating, like, how does this guy keep his job? And they looked terrible against the Titans. And
they looked bad, but Mariota looked good, though.
Yeah, I mean, Mariota... He does that, right? But I still don't like his arm strength. Like he just doesn't have that real zip on the ball that you'd expect a real true number one. But like, does he really need to? You know, I mean, I don't know. I guess Russell Wilson doesn't have that super zip, but he can throw the deep ball. But I don't know. Mariota's like an enigma wrapped in a burrito. I can't figure him out, whether he's good or shit. But as long as he's effective and they win, then I guess he's good, right? You know? Would you rather have...
But it's Jason Garrett. I mean, Jerry Jones wants a puppet. He doesn't want to coach.
Brandon, would you rather have Marcus Mariota or Case Keenum?
Shit. A tough question. Right now... I mean, I guess Marcus Mariota has what, one more win than Case Keenum. I think really the only thing Mariota brings is like the threat to run the ball. And right now, like the only thing that's reliable with the Broncos is their ability usually to run the ball this season. So I think Mariota might actually be more effective in the Broncos offense. But, and like, look, I've done anything but defend Case Keenum this season. But he's one of these quarterbacks who plays of a good football game. And then just when you need him to be like a leader and take over a game, he can't do it. And I don't know if Marcus Mariota is the guy either. So like, I don't know. I would just flip a coin for it.
Yeah, something about Mariota is like he wants to be that guy, though. That's the thing. Like, I think he wants the ball in that situation, as opposed to Kelly kind of seems to be like, y'all gonna really? You want me to do this? Okay, I'm gonna do it. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm misreading Mariota's body language, but he seems like he wants to be out. Now, whether he comes through all the time, it's not all the time, but he's done better at it this year. I'll tell you that.
I think Case Keenum's just like he's a better passer than Mariota is at this point in his career.
That's true. He's got that mid-range zip that, you know, he can make all the throws. Case Keenum can, except for the super deep ball. But I mean, how many people can make the super deep ball? You know, there's only a couple in the league.
I mean, and like Case, like he can make that throw. It's just not a consistent guarantee. And like with the Broncos, it's like when he does make that throw, it's a 50-50 chance whether or not the receiver is going to catch it. So it's, you know, it's just tricky.
Yeah. Yeah. So back to, I know we got a little distracted because of my Mariota question. Do you really guys, and I know I kind of said this earlier, do you guys really think this is the year that Jason Garrett gets the fucking axe?
If the Cowboys keep losing, I would say so.
I mean, what do you think is the bar, you know, for him getting fired? Is it if they finish 5-11, 6 fireable? What about 7-9? Like 7-9,
they do like a straight collapse, like lose like 6 of 8, possibly. Because remember, they traded a first-round pick for Amari Cooper, and that would be a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
Cowboys. See, but here's the thing. Like, this is how they duped. I thought about this last night. This is how they duped the Cowboys into giving up a first round. Somebody went to Jerry, or like John Gruden somehow outfoxed Jerry and was like, now, if Amari Cooper was in the draft next year, would you draft him in the first round? See? That's how they got him. And then Jerry was like, well, I didn't think about it that way, Johnny. You know? And then he was like, sure, I'll give you a first round pick. And that's how John Gruden fucking fooled them to give up a first round pick for Amari Cooper, even though he looked like shit, but he doesn't know the playbook. I think he's going to be good. I think they're going to get value out of him, but I don't know about a first round pick value. So
Basically, John Gruden's 1 for 1 on his trades this season.
I figured 1 for 2 because of Khalil Mack.
I think that's what Brandon was saying. But the Khalil Mack trade is like minus 80, you know?
Of course.
He gave away. Right. He gave away something that seems to be in rare commodity now is true pass rush, you know, and the best linebacker in the league for, it doesn't matter what he gave him away for, you know? It was a bad deal.
Bears are significantly better for having Khalil Mack.
Yep. All right, we got a couple.
They look like a playoff squad.
Yeah. There, and Mitch Kissintitties is going to get them in the playoffs, which is hard to believe. And I don't know why I didn't play the Bears over Buffalo too. I had that, they were minus 10, the Bears, and I was going to play them. And then my buddy talked me out of it. He's like, 10 points in the NFL is like a mountain. I was like, man, it's the Bills, yo. The Bills are terrible. I think they're easily the worst team right now. But let's get to these Snapchats here. Steel Donkey Punch. Who drops out of the 5-team race in the Atlantic? I guess you were talking about hockey here, right?
Yeah, 5 teams right now. Tampa Bay, Toronto, Boston, Montreal, and Buffalo.
And only the top 3 make it, right?
3, 4, or 5.
So all of them can make it.
Metro is low.
Theoretically.
So it could very well be 3 again.
No, wait. Don't the first 2 make it in? Or no?
Well, first 2, 3 are guaranteed to make it in per division.
Right. So
and then 2 wild cards could be from any division.
Right. So all 5 could theoretically get in.
Possibly.
So I say nobody drops out of that 5-team race. Yeah.
I'm still thinking Florida will get their shit together eventually.
You're wrong about that.
Eventually.
You're wrong.
Well, the problem is Roberto Luongo's been injured. Bobby Lou. Been playing like ass.
All right.
But I was right about the Islanders and the Devils and Flyers ish.
Wow. Okay, I'm impressed by your Islanders pick. They're sitting on top of the Metro, but Also at the bottom of the Metro is the Rangers at 6 and 7, only 5 points out, and the Rangers are playing hockey. So
The Metros are tight.
yep.
Very tight.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right.
Metros are always tight. I mean, the Penguins might not make the playoffs. They look like ass.
Nah, the Penguins are fine. They only just lost 4 in a row. It's all right.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I mean,
And no
losing 4 in a
fucking D.
row. Right.
Jack Johnson for 5 years. What a great signing.
You've been clowning that one since the off season. You know that?
He sucks. Dude's like an offensive anchor, and he's a defensive deadweight. Like, he's bad. We all knew that was bad from the moment he got signed.
Yep. Beast of Metal, 1989, in honor of Tank Bull Armor Column, riding on horses of shit Armor Column, we will rule the big landfill Armor Column, attack, fumble, and get picked off Armor Column. When we advance, you will all die of boredom. I guess that's a army chant, I'm assuming, Beast of Metal. And
Salute.
yes, it's a salute. Sorry if I don't know it. My dad was in the Air Force, and the rallying cry of the Air Force was, "Hey, our financing came through." That's what it was. We're going to build some new buildings here, some new luxury office space. That's how the Air Force got fired up. Mike Wilson for $4.99, and then I want to talk a little bit more football, and I'll let you go, Brandon, because you said you could only do 30 minutes tonight of time. You know,
Beast of Metal, he sent another Snapchat at the same time. It said it's a lyrical credits are Armor Column by Armor Column off Maximum Collateral Damage. I think it's a metal song.
Oh,
Oh.
I should play that.
So we're all learning.
Yes, I thought
We
it was
are
an army
learning.
hymn. Sounds pretty badass. That sounds like some Gulf War shit. Like we're fucking riding into Iraq with our dicks out, just blowing the fuck out of things. Mike Wilson.
I would never ride with my dick out into enemy territory. That seems like bad military strategy.
Well, listen to you. You're an expert now on military strategy. Brandon Perna's School of Military Tactics says no dicks out in enemy territory.
That's right. I'm watching Homecoming. I know what's going on.
Yep, you're an expert. All right, last one, and then I want to talk to Brandon a little bit about some shit. Hey, 5 points. When are you going to do a series on the Giants like Tree does on the Steelers? Nah, that's not really my bag. Like, I don't do that. I think the thing I learned about hanging out with other YouTubers is like you should really just kind of stick to what you're good at and let other people be better at things when they're better at it.
Depends on if you have a killer idea for it. It's the way I see it.
Yeah, okay. All right, you giving me permission? No, I just I don't.
There's no permission or no lack of permission. It's just don't rip other people's fucking material. You can do the same style.
Yeah.
Just make it your own damn twist.
But what if
That's the way I've always been.
It'd be weird if I started coming out with like congrats.
Like, none of us
videos.
are inventing the wheel. None of us have like territories or any of that shit. We just do whatever the fuck we want. We're shit posters.
That's true. That's true.
All it is.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, I do like 4 different styles of videos, and they're all just not successful enough. So you can try the same fucking thing.
Right. It doesn't matter
Like,
the format. All right. You know. Oh man, I think
people are gonna be like, you're almost talented, but not enough for me to share this with anybody I care about.
I think it is important though to have fun really with what you're doing, because if you don't, like, it gets bothersome. It gets tedious, you know. Like putting together a stadium critique is fun, but it's also tedious. Like, holy shit. Like, you're talking 20 hours of work.
It's a lot of work to like do that stuff.
Dude,
I mean,
those videos are at least 20 hours of labor before I get, done. It's like giving birth to a baby out of my ass.
Yep.
Holy shit, all these huge Snapchats. Mr.
Big old
Mephisto is back.
chats.
All right. Hold on, we'll get to that in 1 second.
You're going to be eating caviar tonight, Mr. 5 Point.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Every time that you've said Snapchat tonight, have you meant Super Chat?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's an inside joke
It's a trope.
because 5 Points always calls it Snapchat.
It's a reference to me being. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a very lame meme that we have.
Yes.
I was like, man, these guys are really working on their Snapchat game too. I can't keep up.
Yeah, sorry for not letting you in on the joke. But I'll Snapchat you some dick pics later to make up for it. Mm-hmm.
I'll look.
I mean, you gotta judge, right? You can't just get a dick pic and be like, it's like delete it right away. You're like, oh, okay. I see what's going on.
I don't need to be intimidated by that guy, or
That's right.
I definitely do.
Mm-hmm. Or shit. Damn it. Last Snapchat here, and then wait. So, Brandon, do you think the Rams are the best team in the NFL now, or on the Saints are, or the Rams? Or who do you just think is the best team?
Man, I would say it's a toss-up between both of those teams. I think if the Saints played the Rams in Los Angeles, not like that there's a crowd advantage there for the Rams, but the Saints play their best football at home, and I'm high on the Saints. Like I love watching the way they play football right now. And if anything gives them an edge, it's just that they have Drew Brees leading them. You know what I mean? And I think the thing the Saints have done is they've gotten their defense to play better because it looked really bad early in the season. But I would put the Saints and the Rams as two of the best teams in the NFL. Maybe one of the teams I was most wrong about when we predicted was the Kansas City Chiefs. I think they're a really good football team. And I think they have potential. I mean, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with Eric Berry's heel or whatever his injury is, but if, Justin Houston gets healthy and Eric Berry comes back, I think their defense can be decent. And I don't know if anybody can really keep up with their offense on a regular basis. So I put the Chiefs up in that conversation, and you have to And I don't know how the fucking Patriots keep winning either, because they look like the worst version of themselves that I've seen in a long time, except now their defense is starting to play really good football. So you always have to, just by default, put them up there. But
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna put the Patriots in the AFC Championship game. Like, why not? Like, they're gonna be there. So they're gonna be 4 quarters away from the Super Bowl again, because they're the fucking Patriots, man. And I don't know.
I mean, who do they have left on their schedule? They do play the Steelers, right? So maybe, but we know how the Steelers play them.
Steelers, they can't beat New England.
They still have the Jets twice, and the Bills and the Dolphins. They go through the division one more time, so that's 4 gimmies right there.
Plus the Jets twice. The Jets look like ass.
Yeah, and the Bills. So even if the Dolphins give them a surprising game, like, no, they fucking own the Titans. Like, forget that. They're gonna win out. They got the Vikings and the Steelers. So you've got what, 8 games left? They're gonna be 6-2. So
they could win one of those games.
Who's gonna win one of those games?
I think the Vikings or the Steelers could be. I'm not saying they will, but I'm saying one of those two teams.
It's all possible. From Mr. Mephisto, since we're talking about the Titans. Although the public believed you did it better, standing on the star, by the way. Kevin Byard's, how do I say that? Byard. Kevin Byard. Kevin Beards. Biatch. Kevin Byard's on the star did it better just for the fact the Cowboys didn't show up and expose them as a soulless bunch of hacks they are, coached by a clapping ginger NPC. Wow. Ooh. Someone's getting up in Jason Garrett's ginger ass and his red, stingy ginger asshole.
What's wrong with some guy just chewing gum and clapping the whole damn time? Like Jason Garrett could just clap as the team is lowered down into the grave for another lost season. That's literally all they can do.
Yep.
Look at him clap. Look at him clap.
But that philosophy has worked for Pete Carroll. So
Well,
there
Pete
is
Carroll just
evidence.
does like just cliched like sayings in the locker room, and that's why they've tuned him out. It's like, we saw this 3 years ago. I'll just read the newspaper.
Good old Pete Carroll, just gum chewing. Mm-hmm. Him and John Dorsey must buy all their gum at Costco. William Weiss, Jay Cutler should be a cowboy. No.
Jay Cutler already is a cowboy. He's like the real renegade. He's like, yeah.
Yep.
You just have like a little stick of straw in his mouth and a cowboy hat.
He could be a Marlboro man, Jay Cutler.
Oh, yeah.
He's the kind of guy that...
He is a Marlboro man.
Yep. He's the kind of guy that doesn't care about lung health. You know, he's just smoking a cigarette out in the middle of the fucking desert. Like, I never got that. The Marlboro man. It's just a dude out in the middle of the fucking Mojave with a cigarette in his mouth, like
on a horse.
Yeah, yeah.
That is vintage.
Right. What the fuck are you doing out there just smoking a cigarette? Like, you know?
Like, yeah.
Your shirt's all clean and
Being
shit.
a tough
Right. Do some
man
work.
that every man wants to be.
All right. We're gonna talk about baseball, dude. So if you want to eject Brandon, you can, or if you want to just.
Okay.
All right, I'm letting you out.
Yeah, baseball.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, though. When you're ready for another football episode, let me know, and I'll get back in on this shit.
All right, we'll talk. Well, we're gonna do before the playoffs, probably on our main channels, like a playoff preview. You definitely got to be in on that because that's gonna be all football.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna be like super wrong. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
I'm down. Oh, hey, before I leave, when you guys were playing flag football at Jerry World, how cool was that? Even though it was Jerry World.
Every night before bed, I think about that weekend, and I masturbate once, and then after that I think about it again, and then I just feel all warm and cuddly because that trip was fucking awesome. It
was
really
a good trip, man.
Yeah.
I watched both of you guys.
Beautiful networking.
Did a good job doing a different style video. And I'm really glad that I got SeatGeek on board literally a week after you guys did that. So
Exactly.
Right. You would have been there. That's right.
You would have been the fifth player.
And my back was out.
Man.
But like I wanted to the only thing that I was really jealous of was that you guys got to play flag football. And I was like, oh man, I wish I was playing flag football. But then I could barely walk. So I said, maybe that's good.
Dude, you sound older than me. Like, that's bad.
I got a standing desk, and I've been doing this whole podcast on an exercise ball. So
really,
not bad.
Well, good. Well, don't get hooked on fentanyl. Guys. So just stay away from that. So I'm just saying.
Away from what?
Fentanyl. Just don't get hooked on that. Yeah. Yeah.
Got weed out here. I'm all right.
We got fucking weed out here, motherfuckers. I don't need that prescription drug shit. I got weed. I don't, whatever. We all self-prescribe every once in a while, All right, Brandon, good talking to you. We got to get up. We got to do a collab. Some shit.
Thanks.
Everyone subscribe to That's Good Sports.
3 of you, please. Bye.
Bye.
Peace out, man.
Peace out. All right. Let's get through these Snapchats real quick.
Snapchat.
James Amadei. What's up, James? What was
James
the worst
firing?
Okay. Sorry.
What was the worst firing? The Blackhawks firing Quenbo or the Bears firing Ditka?
Ditka had to go when it was
Ditka
time.
was, I feel like he was overrated.
Yeah.
I mean, he had that 1 year, but he didn't really do much with all the loaded talent they had over the next couple.
Yeah,
Quenville, though, like, I would say, like, it was just like an inevitability, even though, like, it wasn't really his fault.
Yeah, and then he went to the Saints and he wasn't very good either. Like that
Yep,
was
he traded every single draft pick for Ricky Williams.
right. And then forgot that Ricky Williams loved the ganja. And then
Mm-hmm.
had Ricky dress in a wedding dress and shit. And then yeah. But then Ricky signed an incentive-laden contract, so everyone was pissed, right? It's like, oh fuck, we traded everything for you, and Ricky doesn't make any money. So, like, yeah, this is not a toxic situation here at all.
And then he went to Miami and kind of got his shit together, except for the weed. He
Yeah,
ran like a beast.
He had 2 really productive years. I think one year he had 1,800 rushing yards, I want to say. He was really good. He was so talented, that Ricky Williams. I mean, he just liked smoking weed, man. And now he would be suspended for a couple. What is it? What's the policy now? Have they gotten legal weed? Can they get high now or not? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I don't think, because
No.
let's put it this way. Martavis Bryant was almost suspended again, and I'm guessing that's weed.
Let them smoke some weed, man. It's better than them taking fucking, direct
They're going
injections.
to do the painkillers anyway.
Right.
Like, they're just going to load them up with painkillers. Like, Big Ben on Sunday being injured, I think it was a little more than the wind knocked out of him. I think they injected him with some of those beautiful painkillers,
Mm-hmm.
put him back on the field.
They've got like
He's
boxes.
still on the ground. It's like, well, shit, Steelers are fucked. And then he's out like literally a play later. It's like, sounds like some bullshit.
I think they have boxes of horse tranquilizer just on the
Yeah,
sidelines.
they have to. I mean, dude, like how many hits that dude's fucking taken? I mean, he's gotten a little better in that regard, but because the line is one of the best in football. But
I saw that injury where the dude landed on him. I saw it live. And
yeah, I did too. It's like, oh shit.
I was like, how the fuck? But then I was like, wait, he's big. It's Big Ben, man. He's made out of rubber, and he came out one play, and it looked like that play was designed. They're like, oh, pretend you're hurt, stay out. We're gonna make him think we're gonna run it, and then we're gonna have Fuckwad throw a pass down, and he nailed it. Like,
Yep.
And then the next
Ravens
play,
could not stop a third down if their lives depended on it.
if I were
Ravens, it was definitely a winnable game for them. Steelers were not perfect.
well, yeah,
The Ravens were garbage in the red zone. They couldn't stop a third down if their life depended on it. They got dominated on both sides of the line. And you also have to realize that they treat Lamar Jackson like he's just like an expensive toy instead of a weapon.
Do you know what was funny was I also watched every time they tried to get Jackson into a pattern, Flacco overthrew him. like
Flacco missed like 2 big opportunities. Like Jackson was like wide open on the right hand side. It's like, hey, I'm right here.
Right, but Flacco looks over and he sees
Flacco's like just looking right down the middle and just overthrows his receiver by 5 yards.
But Flacco looks over, he sees it's Lamar Jackson. He's like, let me just overthrow this fucker who's coming to take my job. Like that's how petty Joe Flacco is.
He did the same thing with Buck Allen a little later too.
Yep. Good old Joe Flax. Oh man, so much equity is won in a Super Bowl. I tell you, so much equity is won by winning a fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah, he had one big year and he's cashed in. Hey, I don't blame him.
Hell yeah,
dude.
I'm trying to cash in off of one thing, you know.
Hey man, we all did too. Like, hey, I want to cash in on like one video. I'll be like, hey, I got like a couple million. I'm gonna sit on my ass and do nothing. Fuck you.
Speaking of a couple million, KTO's like, holy shit.
Yeah, KTO's like popping.
Yeah, he's gotten like one day he got like 995,000 views in a day. In a day.
Happy for that dude. I'm not even
super
jealous. It's
I'm not jealous at all. I'm just like, dude, go, man. Like, go all the way. And then when you get bigger, let's do a collab. No, he's not. He's not a dick like
I don't know
that.
even...
What?
I think. Don't worry. Ego can do a lot of stuff. Like, we could become dicks someday.
No, man. I'm already a dick. Like, I don't know how I could be.
I am too, but just saying.
Right. I don't know. I think we'll be all right. I think we're staying grounded right now.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll definitely see.
You're like, I'm not
on
making any promises. All right.
Knock on the wood. Buster Bus with a $5 super chat. Just got home from work. My job is getting in the way of the dumpster fire. This is bullshit. I mean, dude, you got to make that bread.
Yeah.
And I understand completely. I mean, work sucks. Don't get me wrong. We've all dealt with it before. It's bullshit. And every job has that sort of bullshit. But, man, you got to make the money somehow. Unfortunately, my stomach doesn't feed itself. My gym membership doesn't pay for itself. And my beer does not pay for its drink.
Slim Jim's
5 by Mr. Mustard Bus. Speaking of bullshit, being in the same division as Drew Brees is bullshit.
I mean, the Panthers are good. Like, they're gonna make the playoffs. Panthers are gonna be all right. They're gonna be there.
Yeah, the problem is like the Panthers are gonna be a wild card, but it's just more because like the Saints are just that good. Saints and Panthers, those two matchups later in the year, those are gonna be epic.
Who had the upper hand when the Panthers were 14-2 and going to the Super Bowl? You know, Saints weren't that good. I think we missed Mike Wilson's here. Rams, Saints, NFC Championship, and Pats, Chiefs, AFC Champ. I fuck with that. Thanks for the mention, guys. Also, predictions for NHL, NBA, MLB predictions. Oh, okay. We did do our NHL, NBA official predictions, which is the Warriors and a whole bunch of shit. But I do want to talk about MLB free agency just a little bit because it's underway. And man, so it looks like Bryce Harper is definitely not going back to the Nationals. That's not a surprise.
Of course. The problem is like Harper's going to get every dime he can. And I don't think the Nationals are going to be able to keep up with that earnings.
Yeah. I think what I'm seeing is the Phillies are going to sign one of these guys that are out there.
Yeah, I feel like they have a lot of like guys from Baltimore. So I think they're really going to make a push for Machado.
Yeah.
And then Harper, I'm trying to think who would probably have the biggest pockets right now. Probably either Cubs if they free up some salary. White Sox, I think, will make a play. I would say.
Do you think the Red Sox make like a crazy move, like, and go out and get like Bryce Harper? How fucking crazy would that be?
Another member of the Killer Bees. The problem is they already have their outfield slots loaded up. Bradley, Benintendi, Mookie Betts.
You can move
and JD Martinez.
Move Mookie back to second base, or just make Harp the DH. I bet you Harp would love to sit on his lazy ass and hit fastballs and do nothing. You know, like I guess it's a shame with him with how good of defense he plays. Like he's got a cannon arm, but he'd love every fifth day to sit on his ass and just hit fastballs. You know, but I don't think that'll happen. I don't think that's. But what if the Red Sox were just like, fuck it, let's just go for broke. You know, I don't think it's possible, but it's just a funny. If they went Golden State Warriors, I would. I'd be surprised. Now, what if the Astros signed Bryce Harper, like in a surprise move? You know,
Astros if they have the money, yeah, or maybe I think the Texas Rangers can make a play.
Oh God. You think the Rangers
do like another A-Rod signing?
Yeah.
Just throw all the money. The Rangers are good for throwing shitloads of money, people.
You think he gets like 40 million? What's the highest annual value right now?
At least like 35.
Yeah, 35 million. When I was a kid, 3 million a year was huge.
Oh yeah, we were all flipping out because they like the Rangers signed A-Rod for 25 million. That was like double anyone else. Well, now it's like that's nothing.
That's still a shitload, though. 25 million for the time. That's like someone signing now for 50 million.
Oh, yeah.
Know? Like, that's how stupid fucking Tom Hicks was.
Oh, yeah. That was like a ridiculous, like, shitload of money. You're sitting there, what? You paid him that much?
10 years, 250, and then traded him before.
3 years later because you realize, oh, no, I can't afford him, and I can't afford anyone else. Oops.
What a fucking dumbass. But hey,
Well, he got karma. He's broke now. We're good.
Yeah, well, just having a lot of money don't mean you're smart, right? Tom Hicks is
Exactly.
broke now. What's the definition of broke though? Like not no longer a billionaire, or is he like penniless?
Mm-hmm.
No, what happened to Tom Hicks? Is he seriously broke?
Yeah, he declared bankruptcy like 10 years ago.
Really? Well, that's different.
Yeah.
Bankruptcy does not mean that you're broke. You
Let me take a look here.
um,
72 years old, Tom Hicks.
you can claim bank.
Yeah, he's forced to sell the Rangers and Liverpool. He had like Liverpool, the Rangers, the Stars. Then he had to says in 2010, Hicks was forced to sell the Rangers and Liverpool to satisfy his creditors, and the Stars went into bankruptcy.
Mm, yeah, he still lives in his big mansion though. Like,
Probably.
yeah. Bankruptcy, like all that is just like a way to get around. Like, oh, I owe a bunch of fucking people money. I'm gonna claim bankruptcy, come and sue my corporation that I bought this in, but you can't have any of my shit. Sorry, that's all that does. Um, but anyways, but then the companies that you owe money can write that off as bad debt, and the cycle continues. The Oshawott man. Hey, 2019's NFL draft is coming to Nashville, aka Titans country. Any thoughts? That sounds like a fun place to do the draft from. Are they going to do it?
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I guess they do it in the Bridgestone, huh? That. Have you ever been to Nashville?
No, I have not.
Dude, we should catch.
SeatGeek ever takes our travels to Nashville.
Oh,
That would
hell
be
yeah.
interesting.
I think Nashville should use SeatGeek instead of Ticketmaster. Dude, so where the stadium is, so there's a river right here in Nashville, and the stadium's across the river, and there's this giant pedestrian bridge. And that bridge dumps right into Broad Street, which is the main drag of Nashville, and it's just all bars that whole way. Like, and crazy shit happens on that stretch of land. Like, dude, when I went there, like, very attractive women were flashing me inside of the bar. Like, I was like,
Gun for girls. There
yeah,
you go.
I was like, this is crazy. Like, but yeah, so we'll have to go to Tennessee sometime. Nashville. I think that'd be a great place. Everyone's going to get wasted. James Amadei, do the White Sox land Machado? No.
I still think Philly.
Yeah, Philly fits the profile, right? Like, hey, you're an asshole. We're an asshole city. Like, we've got asshole money. Come be an
Dirty
asshole.
player, dirty city.
Right,
Works.
right. You can step on all the fucking first baseman ankles you want, Manny. Come here. Mm-hmm. We'll give you. In fact, we'll set up a whole thing where you can practice. How to exactly hit someone on the Achilles as you run by. You fucking piece of shit. They've got a little simulator ankle. Like, hey, Manny, we know we didn't want to give you that special treatment, but we set it up for you, and it's like a mannequin leaning off of the first base and is halfway through a stretch, with a little rubber flexible boot on the end, so he's like, oh, you want to try it out? And he like runs down at full speed and like breaks the ankle like completely, and he's like, oh, this is amazing. Thank you, Gabe Kapler. You fucking Phillies. But if they sign Machado, then the Phillies probably odds-on favorite to win the pennant. Let's jump in and you want to look at some election results? You want to wrap up the show with some election?
I know in my local city, both Democrats kept their senator and governor seats.
All right. Republicans have 45 seats in the Senate so far. Democrats
36. So they're probably going to keep control of the Senate.
Yeah.
House.
It's 50-50. I don't know where my district is. Whether...
The blue wave, am I right?
I think that it will definitely sway blue this year.
It's not going to be a huge blue turn, though. I don't think it's going to be like it's going to turn like it may be like a slight change, but I don't think it's going to be like a major change.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think it's not gonna
Like
be.
most of the people, like Democrats, might be established still. Like,
Wow, my district might go Democrat. That's
oh
interesting.
no, run, run.
I mean, I kind of
I'm
live
just
here
fucking
for
kidding.
reasons. Um, I'm just like, all right, whatever. You know, I think the real thing is with Congress and the president, as long as nothing can get done, we're all much better off. As
Oh,
long
of course.
as long as there's legislation that won't pass, and as long as the president can't introduce ridiculous legislation, like, then we're good. So I'm okay with there being some level of democratic control in the
Oh, by the
House.
way, your Rangers beat Montreal five
Oh,
to three.
nice. They trailed 3-2 late. And
Yep.
then,
Well, that's Montreal. It's the Bergevin.
yep,
So
it's the Bergevin. Yes. Mustard Bus. I went to a Panthers Titans game in Nashville last year. It must have been awesome. Yes, it is an awesome stadium.
it had to probably be
Nissan
awesome.
Stadium.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, we'll have to go there. We'll have to do Vegas when Vegas gets a team.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if that's doing that, KTO is paying because he's probably eating that massive bread right.
Dude, he is eating
So
so
this-
much bread right now. What was the acronym or the that you used for bread in your turnover video? Was it or did
Forget like shit. I'm losing my mind. I'm sorry.
what did bread stand for in your turnovers video for Jameis Winston?
No, it's not bread. It was fraud.
Oh, fraud. That's
The
right.
foundation of residually assaulted Uber drivers.
That's fucking good, man. What was the other one?
The Battalion of Unloved Sports Team.
That's right. He is a bust. He is, man. I thought that he had the football
Can't
IQ.
stop turning the ball over. That's his problem.
Yeah. But I thought he had the football IQ to escape his own IQ. Like, I'm learning more and more that you just can't be a dumbass and also be a quarterback. It just doesn't happen.
I mean, there's a thing too. Like with Jamarcus, everyone like railed about his physical attributes, but nobody knew that he couldn't read defenses, and he didn't give a shit. I think Jameis is not Jamarcus in terms of his app.
No.
But he can't read defenses, and he tries way too hard to make something happen when nothing's there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's difficult to coach and because he does stupid things. But I saw something, what is it? SB Nation tweeted out that they gave Jamarcus Russell blank tapes and was like, and they put names on them, like, you know, blitz packages or something. And they'd be like, "Hey, Jamarcus, did you watch blitz packages?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, I watched that." And they
it was blank tapes.
Right. And they're like, "Yeah, there's not even porn on those tapes. It's just blank. Like, you didn't even watch that." Like,
no, he's just blown out of his ass because he didn't even watch it.
he was shit, man. He was shit. All right, so it looks like the Dems are gonna win the House. We don't know who's gonna win the Senate. You usually don't find out to the next day, you know, or 2 or 3 a.m. if you're just really into politics. But you know what I give about politics? Pretty much 1 or 2 fucks. You know, as long as my lights are on and I'm not being oppressed by a proletariat, I'm okay. You know, until it affects me, then I'm really pissed.
Yeah, Beto O'Rourke and Ted Cruz is turning into like a dead heat right now.
Really? Beto?
Yeah.
I mean, I find Ted Cruz to be really creepy, but like, you know.
Yeah.
It's
because Ted Cruz is like a literal like piece of shit. It's like nobody likes Ted Cruz. It's
Right.
like, fuck, I hate Ted Cruz, but fuck, this other guy sucks.
Yeah,
Fuck it, I'll vote Ted Cruz.
Yeah, he's Canadian anyways. I don't know what the fuck, why he's an American senator. He should be in Canada. All right, you ready to wrap it up? Do you have any closing thoughts for the peanut?
I do not, sir.
All right, and we got to collab soon. Like I've mentioned,
yeah, man. I might have an idea for like sports ball in the future, but that's something I'm still like in planning stage.
All right. I don't know. I got all these. I got more sponsors coming, so I've got all
Hell yeah,
these
man.
videos to
Hell
get.
to the yeah.
Dude, my guy is awesome. He's so good. He's
Nice.
good. He's got shit going. So anyways, all right, man. Thank you everyone. If you're gonna bet on some games this weekend, you should go on my bookie and use my code points50. I've
Make him that cash money. Make him that bread, sir.
yep,
He's got a family to feed.
that's right.
He's got to feed him like Ore-Ida fries
Actually, I
and
really do
Tyson
like
chicken fingers.
I actually really do like my bookie site. Like I used Bet DSIs like earlier because they sponsored me, but then I got with my bookie. My bookie has a much better site. Like it's really, if you do like betting on sports, like you should check my bookie out. It's good. The only thing is like, you know. Anyways, all right, man. I'm gonna sign off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 5 Points Vids, and you made it to the end of this stream. Bye.